Today, we are taking strawberries to new heights. Literally. We're going to show you how vertical gardening might totally change the game for you.
Hey Provident Gardeners, I'm Kylene.
And I'm Amanda.
And today we have just finished planting the GreenStalk planter with strawberries. Now I've done this before in my yard and it was so much fun because the strawberries were so easy to pick. But one of the reasons why I'm doing this in my greenhouse right now is because space is a premium. You know, the real estate is very, very valuable. And this allows me to grow a whole bunch of strawberries vertically so that I can take advantage, because what did we count? How many plants are in here?
You can do 30 plants in one of these, but square footage on your ground, it just takes up about 4 square feet.
Isn't that crazy? Okay, and one of the other things that I really like is that I can water it from the top, and any extra water just drains right out into this bed, watering my other plants, so I'm not wasting anything. Now, I'm a little bit unconventional, and when I told Amanda how I was going to do this, she kind of had a little, okay, because I do things the permaculture way. Now, you can't tell it by the Miracle-Gro potting mix that I bought, because that would not have been my first choice, but the reason I bought it was because it was on clearance, and it was super cheap, and sometimes my budget doesn't allow me to be truly organic. So what we did with this is we mixed up some potting soil, and I put some azomite in it, and that is just a rock dust that will help to feed it for a very long time. It has a lot of minerals in it. But the other thing that we did is in the bottom of each of these, I put some dried comfrey. And for those of you who know about comfrey, it is fantastic when it comes to feeding your plants. And then we went to my garden bed and I dug up a whole bunch of plants. And then Amanda and I trim them all up. Tell us about trimming them, Amanda.
We had to say goodbye to Grandma.
It's true. Grandma's got to go.
As you get these strawberries, you separate them, make sure you have 1 crown per plant. We did have some that had 2. They were kind of tangled up, so we didn't want to mess with that. We left that, but you will see a kind of what looks like a larger, thicker root coming off of the strawberry plant. That's Grandma. That's from the old plant. She's got to go. You cut her off. And then you've got these newer, fresher roots. And it's going to make these beautiful new plants.
Right. And then on the top, so we trimmed up the roots a little bit if they needed it, just like that. But on the tops, everything went except for just a little bit of the new growth. Everything else, it was gone because we want to make sure that these roots get established. Also, when we planted them, we want to plant them right here. If you put them too deep into the soil, they won't grow. If you put them up too high, they'll dry out and not produce. So you've got that sweet little happy place when you're doing the strawberries. But all of those cuttings and all of what people would consider the waste went back in the bottoms of these. And that's because that will put back into the soil what these strawberries originally took out of the soil. And you don't have to do that if you're not crazy like me.
It's a good way to recycle.
It is a good way to recycle and all those nutrients. And then we put the potting soil that was mixed with the rock dust in each of these, and we topped them off with something called Nutrimulch. And there's a couple of reasons why I did that. Nutrimulch is just a compost that it's really easy for us to get out here. It's still really expensive, but it has pretty big wood chips in it. And so it'll keep the fungus gnats from getting in the soil and driving me crazy in the greenhouse, because in the greenhouse we have to do things just a little bit differently. But one of the things that I love about this for the greenhouse is that it spins. So while some of the greenhouse stock planter is going to get sun, some of it is on the north side and won't be getting sun. And so every once in a while, I'll just need to rotate it. Super easy to do that.
You'd think something this big and full of all this stuff, it might be hard. It's so easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy to turn, so smooth.
And that's one of the great things that GreenStalk has done is the bases are incredible. And they've recently come out with another base so that you can use it indoors. If you haven't seen that one, like when I had my indoor garden before I built this, I wish I would have had that because that would have made my life so much easier with my indoor garden. What am I missing, Amanda?
Well, the bases allow you to also, so not only spin it, but be able to move it to different places
Back and
that
forth.
has wheels on it. And this isn't the only option when it comes to GreenStalk. They have layers that have shorter planters. So if you wanted to do a lot of small plants, maybe herbs, and then they have shorter versions altogether. So something that's about half this height.
And this last year, so I have 3 GreenStalk planters. And this last year, I actually mixed and matched because sometimes this tall one is a bit tall. And you notice when Amanda was filling it with dirt, it was pretty tall up there, which is fine for Amanda. But if you're in a windy place and these are outside, it might blow, right? I don't worry about that at all in the greenhouse. But sometimes the shorter version is a little bit more stable, which is good. The other thing about this is I don't have to leave this in my greenhouse year round. I can roll it out into the sun during the warmer months when the strawberries are gonna go crazy. We should talk a little bit about the variety of strawberries that we used for this. So these are everbearing, they're Albion, and so they don't have to have a certain number of chill hours to continue to produce. So what these will do is they'll produce a large crop in the spring when it's cool, and then in the summer they get kind of persnickety and they don't produce as much. And then in the fall they start producing a lot. Well, in the summer, because of this passive solar greenhouse design, this greenhouse will be cooler than it is outside. So I'm hoping
that means more strawberries.
More strawberries, more strawberries, like bring it back in the right time. So we'll see how this goes. But as far as picking the strawberries, oh, that was one of the things that I just loved when I had it before, was the strawberries were super easy to pick.
Yeah, it just grows and kind of hangs over the edge here.
And it's so pretty. It's just so pretty. So Amanda, thank you for coming and helping me plant this today.
It was fun. During this time of the year when nothing's growing, you kind of feel sad sometimes.
Gotta get your hands in the dirt.
So it's fun to get in here and plant things and see things start to grow.
And it just looks beautiful. We would encourage you to check out GreenStalk planters because I'm super happy with GreenStalk planters. But however you do it, don't be afraid to get a little bit of dirt under your fingernails and turn that dirt into dinner. Oh, and one more thing. We do have a promo code. So if you look in the description of this video, there's a link and the promo code is right there and it'll save you some money. And they watch our community page because a lot of times they have things go on sale, and that's where we'll share that, is in our community page. So definitely watch for that.